Hey guys, how's it going? So, just got back from a nice night service at my young adult ministry called Dust. That's a really awesome place to be. And as you notice, I'm not in my usual space right now. I'm actually watching my sister and my brother-in-law's house while they're gone for a few days in a nice cabin a couple hours away. Celebrating their anniversary. So happy anniversary to them. They've been together for 10 years now, and they've been married for 2. And they're actually with my nephew, Noah, who's you know, real breathtaker for the ladies. So this is my video response to a really great thread. Give yourself credit for it, man. To CaptainZootV. And as you can see, my man, I actually have a perfect circle. Mare des Gnomes, which is a record I love of theirs, playing just in tribute for you, because that's definitely a nice connection that we have, is a love for Perfect Circle. They're an amazing band. And, you know, so what do you listen to in your car? So I'm going to wing this a little bit and tell you, probably the most that you hear in my car is usually going to be hip-hop music. I listen to a lot of stuff, but it's just a part of me, you know. It's sort of a part of my mentality and sort of a part of who I've become, you know. It's just, you know, I always have a nice beat and a rhythm to everything I do, a nice beat to knock my head to. I try to go to work with that great positive mentality that hip-hop brings, and do everything I do with that. And I'm really happy to be a big fan of hip-hop as a genre. And there's nothing better than either rolling down the windows, you know, while there's a summer day, and even if it's a winter day, now it's freezing, and just blasting some nice bass. You know, I always make sure my bass is nice and set for what kind of record I'm listening to, so it sounds great. And another stuff I like to listen to a lot, particularly in cars, in my driving, is jam bands. Not jam bands in general, particularly Disco Biscuits, the band I have a long history with, as well as Fish, who I've, in the last couple years, in the last few years, even though I've always liked them and stuff, it's almost like the band that got me more into Fish and Grateful Dead was expanding out from the Disco Biscuits. So that was the band that first got me into that type of genre with improv and everything, and then I sort of expanded out. And, I mean, for me, it's amazing, because I feel like if I'm taking like a 5 or 10 hour trip, I mean, that's one show of listening to Fish or Disco Biscuits or the Grateful Dead, you know, 2 sets, hour and a half each. It's a great way to pass the time by, and it's a great place to just zone out and really focus and really enjoy what the band's doing creatively as a whole. Same thing with hip-hop, you know, I get to really focus in on the production and really focus in on what the lyricists and the rappers are what they're really trying to get out and say, and there's always new things revealed to me every day, and I just love the feeling. But then again, there's always different stuff I listen to. You know, times naturally can adjust our times of day, and seasons can naturally give us this wanting to listen to a particular vibe and style of music. Like sometimes I might listen to more of the softer acoustic stuff when it's, you know, 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to open my store at 5 a.m. at Starbucks and it's completely dark outside. Or if I'm taking a drive home right now and it's like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, you know, I might not be blasting the hip-hop in the daytime, unless this is more of the daytime. If I'm in that mood, I will. But that stuff, you can get other types of music when that stuff comes about. So I have different things. I mean, of course, like, in general, all my listening is I mean, like, now the records and the vinyl has really changed my game, because, you know, I do a lot more listening in my room now, in my house, because of having the turntable. Man, how much would it be great for the VC if we just had a nice little, you know, machine that you can just slide your record right into the stereo system in the car, right? I'd probably still be all doing it in the car then. But I do a lot of my listening, a lot of my focusing on great new stuff I find every day in the car. The stuff I listen to and find on records is not the same stuff I usually listen to in my car. In my records, I'll go out into everywhere in every genre and discover new things. But, you know, I have particular things I listen to in my car I find new things in that genres, but it's not usually as out there into crazy different stuff like vinyl can be, which is fun on its own level. So I thought, why not better to give you guys an idea where I'm at, then I'll show you what I currently have. Now I have stacks and stacks and stacks and spindles worth of burned CDs, because I still burn CDs to this day. But I have a section in my car with the thing in between the seats where I load up all my CDs, and then down below in front of my stereo system where you like have a little spot where you can put some stuff in the bottom between your seats under the stereo. You can place like your behind your drinks or something. I put the pile of things I'm listening to currently. So, and I switch it every once in a while. So we got these, right? So you'll find some different stuff in here. More softer sometimes. This is Owen, Ghost Town, which is a record from 2011, and it's a solo project of a guy named Tim Kinsella, this stuff is just amazing. Tim Kinsella is an amazing musician. If you haven't listened to Owen, I'd highly recommend it. If you want to see, I can show you one of the records I have of his on vinyl. This blank one right here, I have it labeled, is actually a hip-hop mix that plays more of the up and ante, get your heart beating sort of hip-hop mix I put together recently for fun. This is Drake. Drake's Take Care, his newer record from this past year, which is, again, just splendid, amazing piece of hip-hop and R&B, and really going in his own territory, his own direction. He does what he wants, and if people like it or don't like it, it's up to them, but he's feeling it, and I'm feeling it. So I already mentioned that once before, too. This is the new Ani DeFranco record. That's a really great record. Which Side Are You On? In her last couple of records, she's really been stepping into more of the motherly mentality, which reminds me of Laura Nyro, or Laura Nero, if you say it, her later work where she had kids. You know, Ani used to be this, she's still a feminist, and she has Righteous Babe records and does a lot of this harder stuff, but she's starting to soften up a bit. I pulled out one of her older ones, Educated Guess, from a couple years back as well for fun. Gotta have it, baby. Lil Weezy, Carter 4 from Lil Wayne. I think it's a great record of his. Here are two of the recent Disco Biscuit concerts from their holidays in Mexico, their festival, 1/27/12, and oh yeah, both sets from January 27th of this year. They're two sets from their show. Shy Stimuli, Higher Than July. This is one of my favorite all-time rappers. Put out 12 mixtapes in 2008, still puts stuff out constantly. This year he's doing it again, 4 years later, putting out a new EP every month. And I'm telling you, all of his music is quality. It just sounds better than everyone's stuff. Higher Than July is the mixtape that I made a reference for Memphis Vinyl Jim and the Misses, because it's all Stevie Wonder samples on the beats, and that's how I got into Stevie. There's a Stevie Wonder medley. It's awesome. Schoolboy Q, Habits and Contradictions, new record from an awesome rapper, part of a California crew called Black Hippie, that's along with Kendrick Lamar, Ab Soul, and J-Rock, just amazing, amazing artists. Eddie Acapulco, Indian and Zomer mix. I burned this years ago. This is a really good hip-hop mix with hip-hop and electronic music all together. Fish. This is from their Island Tour, 4/3/98, set 2. This is when the cow funk started for Fish. Very particular sound of theirs. I love that era. 97, 98, it's amazing Fish. This is a mixtape from an amazing, brand new young rapper who's super young named Logic, and the record's called Young Sinatra. That's who he actually goes by that as one of his aliases, and the cover of the record has the old Sinatra mug photo when Sinatra was a kid. Cool stuff. This guy is amazing. Check him out. Another really interesting rapper who had a mixtape that got huge, and he's signed. He's reprinting it out. His name is Haslo, and the record's called In Case I Don't Make It. Has sort of a darker tone to it, but he's just so talented. And all the beats are his own. Went back to this, one of my all-time favorite rock bands back in the day. This band is sort of like Radiohead in the way I always compare them, in the fact that they never put out a bad record, and that's an amazing thing for any artist to have. This is Deftones' Diamond Eyes, their last record from a couple years ago. It was the only I never got the time to spend on it, and I started going back, and it's amazing. Deftones' Diamond Eyes. Showed these two, actually, I think both of them, to Steffi Vaughn once. Astronautilus, This Is Our Science, amazing, amazing rapper as well. This is a mix from Mary called Rest. I need to listen to that more. Astronautilus, This Is Our Science. Please check this guy out if you haven't. Code 7, The Rescue. Another amazing band. This record's from 2002. Really, really cool stuff. Great, great layout too, right? The Blueprint. Sorry, not The Blueprint. An artist named Blueprint, who's a rapper, but also a really amazing producer, and he's part of a crew called The Greenhouse Effect, and this is on his record label, Weightless Recordings. This is like a darker record of his instrumentals. I'm well aware that this album is dark. My next one will be brighter. I did not make this record for rappers to rap to. I did not make this record for dancers to dance to. I made this record for people who love music and hip-hop, but get tired of hearing people rap all the time. I made this record for people who want to sit, think, or talk, but don't want to feel like their thoughts are competing with the music. This is really great stuff. I recently pulled this back out on my CDs, and I was just played it the other night for a drive, a night with Mary. It was really good. These two I got from the Goodwill. These are blind buys. I know you, Rob, love my blind buys. This guy's name is Rand Belcher. Heartaches, Hangovers, and a Whole Lot of Hope. It's singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar stuff with a really, really nice sax playing in the background a lot of the time. And I thought the layout was really sweet, so I went and bought it. And it's good. And then I've been spending more time on this one, but these guys are very interesting. It has a girl lead singer on, this one is on Lemonade Records from 04. This is her band, this is from 2001 on Flat Earth Records, called The Mary Janes, an album called Flame. I haven't listened to it enough, but I'm liking the few songs I've heard, especially a song called Telescope. So check out a song by the Mary Janes called Telescope. Anyway, that's my video. I know I talked a little bit more, but I thought it would be fun to just show the CDs I have currently playing in my car so you can get more of a feel for what I'm listening to when I'm up to these days. So, Captain Zoot, thanks for the amazing thread. If everyone watched and got through the whole video, I appreciate it. Always appreciate it, as always. Love the VC love. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys soon.